it doesn't sound good.
Now, I know what you're thinking, guys. Matt, you have enough project cars. You've got a 996 that isn't done. You've got a 997 that's really not very close to being done. You have the LS1 E36, and you have a truck that no one cares about. Well, this is too good of a deal to pass up. That's really it. The other builds will continue as usual. I'm just throwing another car into the mix, which I think you guys will really, really like. Well, kind of making an impromptu purchase today. Yeah, I'm going to pick up an M3. Not just any M3, an M3 with a V8. So the car doesn't currently run. We'll be able to get it started and moving when I get there. I don't know. That's what I'm going to find out. Car needs a lot of work. It's actually an abandoned project from Mustafa. He's had this car for a number of years, and I've been busting his balls for it for a while, and he finally caved in. He's going to let me buy it. It's kind of buried behind a whole bunch of other cars. It's been sitting for years, and probably needs some engine work. There's a host of other issues to go along with that. So welcome to Mustafa's garage. Well, one of them. He's got a great car collection in here, though this is only part of it. If you guys can guess which car it is I'm picking up, drop a comment. Obviously, it's not the wide-body supercharged Mustang. A lot of these cars aren't currently running, so we needed to either jump them or push them out of the way to get access to the M3. We got a lot of cars to move, a lot of stuff in the way. That's not the M3 that's behind me.
Sounded like a real new anthem. Shawty saw my wallet, now she think a new ransom. Whoa, telling me she wanted me to hammer. Trying to get saved, baby, I am not the answer. No, I could never trick on the bone. Plus the bitch my with a kiss on my lips like I am not a pimp with a limp. I'm a man with a gift and I'm doing my shit like tell them other niggas I'm the man in the city and my bank account bigger and my body count bigger. That's without a doubt. I'm 100 steps ahead. That's a lot of mouth. That's a lot of clout. What you all about? What your dollar amount? Are you a boy scout? I'm a big dog. Tell the truth, I don't get y'all. This shit kinda corny. Motherfucker, turn this shit off, bro.
Size matters. Morgan & Morgan is big. They're America's largest injury law firm. Have you ever been in a situation where you needed a lawyer? Did you know you could hire one from the comfort of your own couch? When you're hurt, you deserve the best on your side. Your injury could be worth millions. This video is sponsored by Morgan & Morgan, America's largest injury law firm, and they've recovered over $20 billion for their clients. And the best part is it's completely free. You only pay if you win. Insurance companies often lowball clients' claims. Morgan & Morgan will fight to get you the money you deserve. They don't settle for lowball offers. Only in the past couple months, Morgan & Morgan saw verdicts of $12 million in Florida, 34 times the highest insurance offer, and $18 million in Atlanta. The firm is not afraid to go to court to fight for the biggest award possible to compensate you. All law firms are not the same. Morgan & Morgan is the biggest for a reason. They've won a lot. Did you know you can start a claim with America's largest injury law firm in just a click? It's so easy. You can start your claim now with Morgan & Morgan at forthepeople.com/Matt Ross, which is found in the description below. it's not just the other cars that don't run and drive, this one is included, and we needed to get it up on the lift, well, to inspect what's wrong with it. And there's a lot of things wrong with it. So we had to push it and maneuver it back and forth, as well as get a bunch of cars out of the way again. And this thing is so low, it was a real pain to get up on the 2-post lift. So we had to push it over there because, well, we don't know if it runs, and even if it does run, the clutch pedal is all the way to the floor. I don't know what the problem is with that, but we'll find out soon enough. But right now, we're gonna see if it'll run before we get it up in the air and inspect everything underneath. Hopefully it starts, unsure. If you guys couldn't already tell in the video, this car has been repainted and repainted horribly. It's almost like a mix of Plastidip and actual paint. I mean, it's just awful. It's gonna need a complete respray. This thing's pretty rough. Let's see if this thing will start. I don't know if there's a dipstick on these or not. I don't see one. It's got BC Racing coilovers on it. Who knows if they're any good anymore. It's got Mashi Maro? I don't even know what that is. Pull this one out of here and then wait till he comes back. As expected, the battery is kaput, so removal of that and then an install of a new one is obviously necessary. One step closer. I like this personally.
Actually,
Let's see what's under there. Dude, it's just a fuse.
Huh?
That somebody... Why?
I don't know, bro.
Why?
Could be.
Watch, the car won't run now.
Yeah.
First step is a battery replacement, but let me talk about this car. It is an 08 M3, obviously 6-speed manual with 94,000 miles. It has the carbon roof, which is pretty beat. And I won't say what it says here on the roof, but you can see what someone carved into it. I'd assume possibly a mad ex-girlfriend. Obviously, it has the V8 in it, the only V8 M3 ever made. It has BC Racing coilovers and a Mashimaro, I don't know what. So if you guys have any idea what that's for, let me know. It's got a horrendous paint job. As stated earlier, it needs a complete respray. The car sits way too low. The interior is in decent condition. Now it's a gray, which is my second to least favorite colored interior, but luckily it's just the seats and the door panels, so that might be changing. Clutch pedal is on the floor. Mustafa did drive this car before and said it drove fine, but after letting it sit, the clutch pedal stopped working. So I'd assume there's a ruptured line somewhere. That's what we need to find out after the battery. All right, let's hook this ground up. Hopefully it doesn't catch on fire. No dipstick. But it wasn't leaking oil, so. All right, it's not doing anything. Ooh, doesn't sound great. It's got some noises. But it's running. I can't tell what that noise is. Yeah. We can tell when we get it up in the air. Exhaust sounds good. We'll see underneath. No idea what that noise is. Now, Mustafa thinks it may be clutch related because it wasn't making that noise before, and obviously the clutch isn't working now. So we'll see. But again, with this car being slammed, it's very difficult to get on the 2-post lift. Wet. That's the slave cylinder there. What is that? Is the end of it busted off? Yeah. Let me spray it some so we can see this actual leak. hopefully see where it's coming from. Now this thing is pretty soaked underneath the whole bottom of the transmission. I couldn't really tell exactly what fluid it was, but I at least needed to get it clean so we can take a look, see if we can figure out why this clutch isn't working. There we go. I want to look at the, you might need fluid. Do you have brake fluid here? It's probably buried up in there, yeah. I checked the brake fluid reservoir and surprisingly it was pretty much full, so not that much had leaked out. So it's time to put the car back in the air and do some more inspecting. I'm not familiar with these cars at all. I've never owned any variant of an E90, let alone an M3. But eventually I looked around enough and could see the clutch line. I couldn't see if there was any holes or ruptures in it, but I know it needed to come off, so I disconnected it from the slave cylinder side. It was getting the other side of it off that was a problem. Got the under tray off. Trying to get access to the other side of this clutch line. Looking online and looking underneath the car, I couldn't see where this line ended. It looked like it went in through the firewall, so my next assumption is I could maybe get to it from the top of the engine bay, but I was quickly wrong there, and then I realized that it had to be connected to the back of the clutch pedal somewhere, which is pretty much worst case scenario. You guys know laying on your back underneath the pedals is one of the worst jobs you can do in any car. It was not easy, but eventually I got the whole hose out through the bottom. I actually needed to have some help because it's just so tight in there. You can see, obviously, this hose is ruptured in numerous places. You can see how long the hose is. It's not just a hose that connects to a hard line. It's the hose and the hard line in one that goes all the way to the clutch pedal. Horrendous design.
There's clutch fluid in it. Yeah.
Let's have a listen.
It doesn't sound good.
I can't tell if it's noise from the transmission or from the engine. Well, order that line, order the rod bearing kit, and we'll go from there. Oh, let's get some blocks of wood under there. What do you guys think that noise is? Comment below, because I would love to hear everyone's opinion, because I'm really not sure at this point. But I am sure that we are going to do the rod bearings in this car, because I'm assuming they've never been done. I'm going to order that clutch line so we can get a working clutch.
Oh, damn it.
Yep, definitely need to raise this car up some too. But for now, this is Mustafa's shop. I'm not towing this to my house because I actually want to use his 2-post lift to do the rod bearing job. And once that's done with the clutch line fixed, I'm going to drive it back to my house to do the rest of the work and really just enjoy this car. I've actually never driven one of these. In the next video, I will be doing rod bearings and hopefully getting this thing running and driving fully. If you guys have a specific rod bearing kit in mind or the best one, please let me know. Your help would be very much appreciated. We'll see you in the next one, guys. Dude, when did it get that cold? That's insane.
Dropped it last night, 3 a.m.